What's up, folks? Welcome back to Tactical Tortoise. My name is Trevi, and today I'm excited to talk to you about Season 2 of the T5S2 series, a bit of a retrospective on the first season of the series, as well as give a little bit of a channel update on how things might change for Tactical Tortoise going into the near future. First off, for any newcomers watching the video who aren't familiar with T5S2, firstly, welcome to the community. Also, let's talk about what it is. T5S2 stands for the Tactical Tortoise Tabletop Simulator Tournament Series. It's an online ranking system for 40k events on Tabletop Simulator, kind of like the online equivalent of ITC, or the independent tournament circuit curated by Frontline Gaming. Players are ranked based on their best event showings each season, and top players are invited to a biannual seasonal invitational tournament to win awesome prizes and those sweet, sweet bragging rights. T5S2 accepts scores from a wide variety of online 40k leagues and communities, but the easiest way to join up and start scoring points is via free T5S2 tournament pods, which can be joined by visiting the Tactical Tortoise Discord community in the link down in the description and posting in one of the Join a Pod channels. We have channels open for several major time zones as well as rapid fire pods, which are global events that are faster and also offer prize support if you want to skip the waiting list and jump right into the action. Just a few days ago, we celebrated the end of the first 2020 season of the T5S2 circuit with the first seasonal invitational tournament. The event was a ton of fun, and after almost 2 full weeks of non-stop games and streams and 9th edition competitive 40k action, I want to extend a sincere congratulations to Jaime Paris and his Space Wolves for taking the whole thing down. The invitational was a culmination of months of games, weeks of preparation, and featured some excellent examples of awesome tactical play and superlative sportsmanship by the participants. It's still amazing to me that the entire series spawned out of a single 16-player tournament back in April, but since then it's grown to a grand total of 385 participants in Season 1 of the latter, and over 600 community members in our Discord server. The response from the community to Season 1 of the series has been absolutely incredible, and it's been great to welcome new events and communities into the fold and represent them on the ladder as well. Now, as we move to Season 2, a few changes are being made to series regulations that I will go over right now. First off, due to popular demand, we've actually added a new waitlist to the lineup. You can now enter an Asian Oceanic pod waitlist to get matched with players in that time zone. Assuming there are enough entries, pods should start launching from that channel soon. Additionally, there will be a change to how we handle the global waitlist. Towards the end of Season 1, players moved mostly to waitlists localized in their own time zone as we opened those up, and that left entries in the global waitlist kind of in the lurch for a while. In the future, entries in the global waitlist will simply be added to other waitlists on a first-come, first-served basis, so entries for the global waitlist may be added to any of the pods from the other 3 pod waitlists. So if you have a pretty flexible schedule and want to get into a pod as quickly as possible, the global waitlist might be for you. Competition on the ladder leading up to the Season 1 Invitational was a hard-fought race. So to spice things up for Season 2, we'll be expanding the rankings to take into account your top 4 scores rather than the top 3 that we did in Season 1. Obviously, with 9th edition now fully released, some monumental changes are on the horizon for 40k in general, and the format for events being run in the Tactical Tortoise Discord is going to change as well. For the time being, T5S2 events run by Tactical Tortoise will use 2,000-point matched play armies, as well as the GT 2020 packet format, with the following clarifications. The first one being that each game, players can set their relics, warlord traits in pregame, or muster phase stratagems and abilities each round, but the detachments, units, and warlord selection must remain the same during the muster phase of each game. Then, for each game, a mission and associated terrain will be assigned to be used for the setup objectives and setup battlefield steps. These will be from the ever-expanding collection of T5S2 maps for Tabletop Simulator that can be found in the Rules and Resources channel of the Discord server. While the Season 1 Invitational used a full deployment setup, and thus far, data points to the superiority of this mission style from a balance standpoint, as opposed to the alternating setup that the core GT 2020 packet uses, we've decided to mostly use the unadulterated setup style to bring the experience of T5S2 play closer to that of real-life tabletop games. That said, as more information becomes available, the format may be subject to change in the near future as the community adapts the GT 2020 format to a more balanced state than what it released at. Lastly, in this video, I wanted to end on a more personal note and give a bit of a channel update. Firstly, I wanted to thank the community and all the T5S2 participants for being so awesome and supportive of both the series and my content over the last couple months. It's been a fun ride, and being able to focus on the channel during the period of quarantine helped prevent me from just totally losing my mind, so that was a nice bonus as well. It was also awesome to help keep the competitive 40k metagame evolving during our time locked away in our basements, and make competitive play readily available to the community online, where in-person events were impossible. I really want to give a special shout out to my awesome patrons over at patreon.com/TacticalTortoise, who have helped support me in making videos and running tournaments during this period as well. Over the last 4 months, between the combination of running the T5S2 series, video creation for the channel, live streaming, and interacting with the community, I've spent enough time to be the equivalent of a full-time job. Unfortunately, over the next few weeks, I'll be ramping up my activity in my regular day job as we open back up after quarantine, so this will probably end up being unsustainable moving into the future. Well, I still expect to create regular content and, of course, keep curating and running the T5S2 series moving forward, exactly as I have over the last couple months. I may have to cut back on content, and especially live streaming and commentating top games from the series, as my other responsibilities take more of my time up. Well, I'd really like to keep up the schedule of streaming that I have recently, and I've really enjoyed my time commentating and showcasing online 40k for the incredible competitive game that it can be. The reality is that of right now, with the size that the channel is at currently, it makes it tough to support myself if I need to take my focus from my regular work and split it with content creation. That said, as things in my life change and reorient themselves to the reality moving forward, I'll know better in the near future how I can allocate my time. And to be honest, this is a bit of a downer note to end on, but I did want to bring it up now to head off any questions about it in the near future. I also want to throw another big shout out to everyone who's watched the event coverage and supported the series and the channel. That support means a ton to me, and it makes it even more fun to create this content. I love all you folks. You are the best. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna sign off. I hope to see you all in the community Discord. Links down in the description, go visit it, and on the virtual battlefield in Season 2 of the T5S2 series. Remember to keep it classy, folks, and have happy wargaming.